Or welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm the Real Cass Perry, and I don't know, we're just gonna hang out today. I felt like it. I'm doing it 'cause I can. Uh, such a dweeb. Yes, I am. Anyways. Let's just read some Reddit stories, see how this goes. This one is titled, Mother-in-law has been telling people she's my daughter's biological mother and I just found out. And this is on, oh yeah, r-just normal. Am I overreacting is the question here. Okay. I need to know if I am overreacting or if this is just as insane as it feels. Some background. My daughter is 14 months old and she has red hair and green eyes like my mother-in-law. I have brown hair and brown eyes. My husband, her son, has brown hair and hazel eyes. Our daughter looks nothing like me and everyone comments on it. I've made peace with that. Genetics are weird, whatever. That is true. Genetics do be really weird. There's a lot of stuff that is basically unexplainable with genetics. Last weekend, we went to my mother-in-law's church for some fundraiser thing, and she guilted us into attending. I'm not religious, but I'm trying to keep the peace. We get there, and like 5 different women come up to me gushing about how wonderful it is that we're raising my husband's daughter and what a blessing I am. I was confused and smiled and said thanks. And then this older woman pulls me aside and says, I just think it's so special that you're giving mother-in-law's name this gift. Not every woman could be so selfless. I said, what gift? And she looks uncomfortable and says, the baby? Letting her son raise her granddaughter as his own? I said, that's my daughter. I gave birth to her. And this woman's face just goes white. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Mother-in-law said, and then she just walked away fast. I found out that I found my husband and told him that we needed to leave right now. In the car, I asked him what the fuck that was about. He got quiet and admitted his mom has been letting people assume that our daughter is biologically hers. Letting people assume? Okay. I don't think that anybody should be letting anyone assume that. That's... What? Okay. The fuck? I made him explain, and apparently our daughter has red hair like my mother-in-law, and because mother-in-law is always posting photos with her and captions like, my girl and she has my eyes, people at her church think that mother-in-law got pregnant in her late 50s, which, like, okay, that's its own weird assumption, but whatever. And that we're raising the baby for her. Oh, no, no, no. My husband said that he thought it was harmless and people make assumptions and that his mom just doesn't correct them. He said that it makes her happy. What the fudge? What? It makes her happy to have people think that the baby looks like her. Okay. Oh, hello. I didn't know that anybody came to the stream yet. I was just reading. Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh. My I asked how long he's known about this, and he said a few months. A few months. What? A few months of this. Okay. How many months? Like, I'm confused. Uh, his sister told him that people at church were confused about whose baby it was, and he asked his mom, and she played it off like people were just being silly. Okay, then. I haven't spoken to mother-in-law since Saturday, and she's texted me 3 times asking why we left early and if everything's okay. My husband thinks that I'm being overdramatic and that it doesn't matter what people at her church think. It kind of does matter. I haven't spoken to mother-in-law since Saturday, and she's texted me 3 times asking why we left early and if everything's okay. My husband thinks that I'm being, but she's literally let people believe that she gave birth to my child, and that she's erasing me as a mother, and my husband knew and didn't tell me. That's awful. Hello from Nova Scotia to Ontario. Pleasure to have you in the chat. Anyways, oh my gosh. She's trying to erase me as her mother, and my husband knew and didn't tell me. I went to go to NC, but my husband is in the FOG hard. What? I don't understand. And he keeps saying she's not actually telling people that, they're just assuming. But she's posting photos with captions designed to make people think that. Am I crazy, or is this completely fudged up? No, this is messed up. Also, we live 15 minutes from this church. What happens when my daughter is older and we run into these people at the grocery store or whatever, and they think that mother-in-law is her mom? Okay, yeah, that might be a real problem. That might be a real problem. Oh. Honestly, I think that OP needs to have a talk with her mother-in-law and place some clear boundaries here, and possibly let people at this church know that what is going on. Obviously, she already let one lady know, and let's be honest here, in churches, different gossip be spreading like wildfire. Yeah. So technically, OP already let the churchgoers know, because everybody's going to be talking about this now. Oh gosh. But still, she definitely needs to speak to her mother-in-law and set some clear boundaries, because this is wild. What? Oh. Alrighty. This one is titled, My Mother-in-Law Scheduled a Family Photo Shoot. Family photo shoot for the day that we come home from the hospital. Wait, what? Advice wanted. Okay. I need to know if I'm just... If... if I'm just no here. Because my husband thinks that I'm overreacting. Okay. I am 38 weeks pregnant with our first baby, and we just got the final confirmation that we are being induced next Tuesday if the baby doesn't come before then. We told our immediate families, including my mother-in-law, with strict instructions that we want no visitors at the hospital and at least 2 days alone at home to settle in. Okay, that seems like you've set your boundaries and made it clear that you want to keep everybody away for the first few days, specifically for the health and safety of the child. That is normal, especially with a first baby. Tonight, my mother in law sends a group text with a link to a sunset glow family photo shoot. Oh no. Oh no. She has booked and paid for Thursday evening. Oh no. We are expected to be discharged from the hospital Thursday afternoon. She wrote, so excited to capture our family's new beginning. I've already bought matching outfits for everyone's smiley face. But you made it clear, extremely clear, that you didn't want visitors at the hospital and that you didn't want anybody around for the next 2 days, specifically so that you could get settled in and get used to the routine of taking care of the baby, and also specifically for the baby's health. They're literally a day old. The immune system is not there yet. I feel like a photo shoot was on the night that they come home is a bad idea and crosses the specific boundaries that OP set. And really isn't fair to anybody, honestly. So it continues. I lost it. I will have just gone through labor, likely be exhausted and sore, and my newborn will be less than 48 hours old. And she wants me to go to a photo shoot in matching outfits with her. My husband said that she's just excited and it's just a nice gesture. We can probably just go for an hour. Okay. I understand that men do not completely understand the toll that childbirth takes on the female body, but no woman is going to want to push out a watermelon, immediately get dressed up in matching outfits with somebody, and then go stand around for a photo shoot. This woman is going to be exhausted. She's going to be sore. She might need to be stitched up. There are so many things that could be happening, and honestly, they might not even get discharged on Thursday afternoon. If there are any complications with the delivery, they might be there for a couple of weeks. So I feel like booking and prepaying for a photo shoot is a bad idea. And I'm sorry, but having photos taken immediately after the birth of your child, does she look like she is Kate Middleton? She is not royalty. Come on. And she has set these boundaries for a reason, obviously, for her comfort and for the health and safety of her child. So why bulldoze through those boundaries? And we can probably just go for an hour. No woman's going to want to go anywhere for even 20 minutes. The moment after they give birth, they're going to want to go home, get their baby ready to go, to have its first nap, to have its first diaper change, to put on its first outfit. They're going to want to take a nap because, they just pushed a watermelon out of something the size of a lemon. Okay, sure. I told him, absolutely not. This is a massive boundary stomp. Yeah, it absolutely is. She was told no immediate visitors, and her response is to schedule a mandatory stressful photo op for our literal first evening home. Yeah, that seems a little bit not right in any way, shape, or form. Let's just be real here. He says that I'm being ungrateful for the gift. Am I crazy? This feels like a power play to me, to insert herself as the matriarch of this new family. From minute one, I'm about to email the photographer to cancel it myself. Honestly, I would. I think that you should email the photographer to cancel it yourself, OP. Literally, you should email the photographer, explain the situation, explain that you had set these boundaries, and that you would prefer for it not to happen because these boundaries were set. And yes, she is bulldozing over your boundaries. I don't think that it's a power play to insert herself as a matriarch of the new family, but that is just my opinion. I think that it's just a power play to see how much she can insert her control over you before you snap, and how many buttons that she can push and how many boundaries that she can cross before you actually see a problem. And then as soon as you have a problem with her bulldozing over your boundaries, she's gonna be upset and tell you that you're a horrible person. So you literally cannot win for losing here, OP. Ooh, this one looks... Ooh, it's kind of a long one. This one looks funky. Just based on the title alone. The title is "And the Lie Unravels 28 Years Later." The title alone makes me want to read this one. Oh. And it is tagged as a rant. Okay, let's get started. So, now that we are in no contact with mother-in-law, a lie that she told about DH and I 28 years ago unraveled in front of my eyes yesterday. As I've mentioned in other posts, she is single and has never married. 28 years ago, a friend of hers invited mother-in-law to rent her basement and become her roommate. Mother-in-law thought that this was a great idea and moved in. At the time, DH and I had been married for 4 years and we have a 3-year-old son. DH, what does DH stand for? I would love to know. DH had some training courses that he needed to take and in the city where mother-in-law lived. So the three of us were invited to stay at her house while this was happening. We had to stay for 4 days intervals each time during the 3 training courses. Okay. After the training courses were finished, mother-in-law asked to meet with us. She informed us that she would be moving out of this home and leaving her roommate situation because her roommate had an issue with me. Mother-in-law said that I can be off-putting and her roommate felt that I was lazy and took up too much space. Okay. Why didn't she say anything to you, though? The roommate said that I wasn't welcome to stay in their home anymore, but DH could if it was just him, or just him and LO that were in need of staying. LO. Who were in need of staying. Mother-in-law said in her best martyr tone that she was making a sacrifice and the expense of moving out because she was not going to live where her daughter-in-law wasn't welcome. Okay. I was stunned, flabbergasted, and mostly because I had made sure that our family remained as out of the way as possible, and while we stayed there, it was a large home, and it was easy to just keep to our little space. We took up in it for this brief period of time during the days I cleaned their home, and as a thank you, I cleaned their home as a thank you, and with permission, cooked all of the meals for them while there. Also, as a thank you, we truly paid our way while attending these 3 courses, and the roommate had never been anything but kind to me. I felt devastated and didn't know what I had done to create such a terrible impression that I got banned from this home, and my mother-in-law had to turn her life upside down and move out. I bought into it, hook, line, and sinker, and believed the line fully. 28 years later, I found out that this old roommate is living in the apartment beside me. What are the chances? She remembers all of us very well and described mother-in-law as, well, let's just say, a very unique and different personality. Not easy to live with. I had to request she move out, but I thought it was me and she had the issue with. Her response? Absolutely not. Never. You guys were always welcome in my home, and I had no issues with you. I just couldn't live with your mother in law. Oh, wow. Relax, Timu Shane Dawson. What? I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or an insult, but howdy. Welcome to the channel. So, my stinking mother-in-law lied and made me out to be the villain of this situation all of these years. The reason that she's left to live all alone because she has DIL. What is... That isn't easily liked by others. Bull crap. I can't believe I never once challenged this, but I blindly thought that it was the truth. Thank goodness lies don't stay hidden, and eventually the truth always comes out. Well, OP, I'm glad that you're no contact with your mother-in-law. She seems a bit like an insane person. Cool. Wow. My flabbers are officially gassed it, and I am going to stop with the Reddit stories for a little while and go stir my soup. Because I am making soup. And then I have to go down and pick up my little nephew after his daycare is over, so I'm going to have to log off soon. Because I have a rule on this channel, no kids on camera. Anybody want to see my soup? It smells really good. Alrighty. Soup stirred. What else can I do today? It's a beautiful day and I can't stop myself from smiling. Oh, Lord. So we have a few different videos coming up. Honestly, I just thought that I would like to live stream for a little while to say hi to everybody, to talk to everybody, and to to read some Reddit stories, because I've been working on a couple of videos here lately and it's been getting a teeny tiny bit political, and I don't really like politics. It's giving me a little bit of fatigue, so I decided to read some Reddit stories and make some soup, and that's our live stream today. We're making soup and reading Reddit stories, and then I'm gonna log off in about 3:12, an hour-ish, because I gotta go pick up the wee one. Heaven only knows if I will be back on live later or not. Yeah. But yeah, we have about another hour left. Yeah, we have about another hour left. Oh my gosh, this soup smells so freaking good. Oh, it just whops you right in the face. I gotta turn the heat down a little bit though. Where's my Nessie dog? That's my baby dog. There's my baby dog. Hi, Babsy. You're gonna say hello to everybody. Mwah. Are you... Yeah, you're sleepy. No, you're not sleepy. Do you just want scritches? Mwah. Is it soon time to chop up your doggy bologna log thing? Yeah. Oh, Babs. I know, Mom's girl. Silly puppy. Man, there is so much that I could do today. I should probably get back to the Reddit stories. I just run around with my pupper dog. I know, Babsy, I know. It's soon time. I gotta chop up her dog bologna log thing. So, Nessa here is a 16-year-old Husky Beagle mix. And she has started to develop cataracts and soft teeth. Yeah. But that's my baby dog. It doesn't matter to me how ancient she gets. That's my baby dog. I sound like such a doofus. Oh, my land. That is a haircut. I cut my hair this way specifically because I have a chronic dry skin condition and I have to do treatments on my scalp with certain oils. Otherwise, it's bad. Yeah. I can flip it on the other side too. See? Oh, Lord. What's that? A capybara. I'm not I like capybaras. Aren't they like giant guinea pigs? I don't think I've ever been a capybara. If I have, I'm not entirely... I don't know. It's a strange question. It's a fairly strange question to ask a person. But I'm okay with it. You identify as a moron? No. Well, yeah. I identify as betarded. I shouldn't say that. That's a terrible thing to say. Yes, I will go with that. I am capybara. I love capybaras, actually. They're like gigantic hamsters. They're so cute. They're just giant meat-eating hamsters you can feed hot dogs to. Hey, maybe I am a capybara. That's terrible. I shouldn't say that. Long hair would look amazing on you. Well, thank you. I used to have long hair. I have a bunch of wigs. Oh, Lordy. Where'd I put my coffee? Yeah. Man, that soup smells so good. I can't get over how good that soup smells. Like, legitimately, I has outdone myself. That probably sounded awful. Alrighty. Let's see what's next on the Reddit docket. Oh my gosh, I just sounded like... I'm such a dweeb sometimes. Alrighty, this one is from Am I the A-hole? And it is titled, Am I the A-hole for uninviting my mother-in-law from my wedding after she showed up to my dress fitting in a white gown? Maybe? I don't know. By soup, you mean ramen? No, I mean soup. No, Don't exactly know what to call it. I use pork and beef and mushrooms and carrots and potatoes and sweet potatoes and corn and a lot of other things. I put a bunch of stuff in my soup because I really like soup. Yeah. No, there's no noodles in there. I did put rice in it. I usually use barley, but I'm out of barley, so I had to use rice. Anyway, let's get to the story. I am getting married in like 6 weeks, and I am losing my mind right now. Sorry, this is long, but I need to know if I'm overreacting. Well, dear OP, I shall tell you whether or not you are overreacting. Maybe so. Yes, no, maybe so. Heaven only knows. Well, I will know here shortly. So, my mother in law has been weird about this wedding from the start. Little comments here and there about how quick everything is, and we've been together for 4 years, or how she wishes her son would have married someone from their church. But my fiance Jake always said she's just being protective and I should ignore it. Not sure if that's protective, but and you definitely shouldn't ignore it. It's something. Anyway, I had my final dress fitting scheduled for last Tuesday. It was supposed to be me, my mom, my sister, and my 2 bridesmaids. That's it. Well, apparently not. I specifically did not invite my mother-in-law because she's made comments before about my dress choices being too modern. And I wanted one drama-free thing. Okay, so you did not invite this woman. She showed up of her own accord. And... okay. Well, guess who shows up? Well, I think I know who showed up. She walks in holding a garment bag, and I'm like, oh God, what now? She goes, I know I wasn't invited, but I thought you'd want to see what I'm wearing so we don't clash. I'm terrified already. Personally, I'm terrified already. Back to the story. And before anyone can say anything, she disappears into a changing room. Okay. Y'all, she comes out in a white dress. Floor length lace, off-white, she calls it. But it's white. It's white. My mom's face went completely blank. My sister said, you've got to be kidding me. Out loud. Yes, out loud. You know what? I understand the reaction. My mother-in-law does this little spin and goes, what do you think? I wanted something elegant for my son's special day. I couldn't talk. I was standing there in my wedding dress, and she's next to me in basically another wedding dress. My mom asked her point blank if she realizes that that's inappropriate. And my mother-in-law got all offended, like, it's champagne, not white. And besides, I'm the mother of the groom. I should be able to wear something nice. Not white to your son's wedding. Are you the bride? If you are not the bride, you do not get what you... Okay. Unless you have permission from the bride, you do not get to wear white to the wedding if you are not the bride. Unless the bride has specifically given you permission. You do not, and if you are not the bride, you do not get to wear white to the wedding. It doesn't matter who you are, what role you are playing, what is going on. You don't get to wear white. Oh my fuck. I told her that she can't wear that to my wedding and she needs to pick literally any other color. She said that I was being a bridezilla. Yeah, totally, bridezilla, of course. and that she already had shoes and jewelry she picked out and she is not buying another dress. Well, then I guess you're not invited anymore, then, are you? You are no longer allowed to come because you are refusing to get any color dress other than white to wear to somebody else's wedding when they're telling you that you can't wear that. Yeah, that is fully a good reason to get uninvited. Oh my god. I told her that she can't. We went back and forth, and finally, I said if she shows up in that dress, she is not getting in. She laughed, like actually laughed, and said, "You are not going to turn away your husband's mother on your wedding day. Don't be dramatic." Oh, honey. I don't think this woman knows what dramatic is yet, apparently. She left, and I had a full breakdown. In the fitting room, my mom had to finish pinning my hem because I couldn't stop crying. Here's where it gets worse. I called Jake that night and I told him what happened and that I'm serious about uninviting her if she will not change. He got quiet and then said, "Babe, she already bought the dress. It's not that big of a deal. Can we just let this one go?" I'm sorry, what? And I love how that's my reaction right now, and that is even the next line of the story. I'm sorry, what? Oh my fuck. I asked him if he seriously expects me to have his mother standing next to us in white at our wedding, and he said, "It's champagne. She showed me a picture. It's really not that white. And you know how she gets. If we uninvite her, she's going to make this so much worse." Well, then let it get worse, because I'm sorry. This woman needs to learn that there are consequences to her actions. What the hell? What in the actual HE double hockey sticks? Oh my gosh. So, basically, he wants me to just let her wear white to our wedding to keep the peace. I told him that if he is not going to handle this, then I will. And he said that I'm being unreasonable and that every bride has to compromise on something. His exact words were, "It's one day. She's my mom. Just let her have this." Let her have wearing a wedding gown to your wedding? I'm sorry, but if you are this dead set on your mother wearing a wedding gown to your wedding, marry your fucking mom. I'm sorry, but I don't know how to say this. Is okay. I don't plan on getting married anytime soon. Anytime soon. Sup, my main. Howdy. Running man 9200. Udhavarithi. Hey, sail. Okay. Calm. Calm, my dude. But seriously, like, gosh. Let her have this. It's my wedding day. Well, technically, it's both of your wedding day, but still, if he wants his mom in a wedding dress on your wedding day, on his wedding day, why is he marrying you and not his mom? That's a bit much. We've been fighting over this since. He thinks that I'm being dramatic. I told him that if he doesn't uninvite her or tell her to change the dress, then I'm going to, and he said that I'll regret causing family drama right before the wedding. My friends are all on my side, but his family is now texting me saying that I'm being cruel and that I'm starting the marriage off wrong by being difficult. No, she is by being a cunt face. I'm starting to feel crazy. Like, maybe I'm overreacting. It's just a dress, right? But also, it's a white dress at my wedding. So, Reddit, am I the asshole for threatening to uninvite my mother-in-law over her dress choice? Absolutely not. There is not a singular world in which that it has ever or will ever be okay to wear a white dress to another woman's wedding, especially if that other woman is marrying your son. Why are you trying to wear a wedding dress to your son's wedding? That is fucking creepy on her part, for one. For two, why is everyone so insistent that this woman wears a wedding dress to your wedding when you're marrying her son? This whole thing just... Okay, I need to read the comments. Do not get married to him. Yes, because this is not okay. No, really, OP. This is the only answer. Generally, I think Reddit jumps too quickly to leave that shitbag, but, like, this is about more than a dress. She is making a power play, and he's not shutting it down. Yeah. Yeah. For once, I agree with Reddit. OP, do not get married to this man. You have set your boundaries. She has 100% done everything in her power to cross your boundaries. She is trying to make your and your husband's special day all about her. So, why? Doesn't make sense to me, but okay. Anyway, let's stir the soup. Oh, I left my coffee cupboard open. Oh. Is it just me, or does Reddit just be getting more and more dramatic every single day? Holy gosh. Oh, it smells so good. Gotta love soup. Gotta love the soup. Oh, Lordy. Put away Nessa's food log. She literally eats so fucking fast that I don't even gotta put it away first. Oh, my land. Chuck all the dishes into the sink to get washed here in a minute. So, how is everybody doing today? Hello, Sienna Russell. How are you? Do-do-do. So the story goes, Alice, Alice had a song. Oh, Lordy. I should probably log off at some point, shouldn't I? Alrighty. Well, I love y'all. I shall see you later. Bye.